next 2 to 3 hours. The big thing that we're following is this tropical wave out in the Gulf of Mexico. You see how the storm motion, the storms are moving in from the northeast to southwest, and this whole thing is going to drift to the west over the next 2 days. The Hurricane Center's bumped the chance for development up to 40%, meaning it's possible that this thing does become a tropical depression before it moves in somewhere in the central or south Texas Gulf Coast. So we're going to watch this closely. Doesn't really matter what it's going to be called by the time it moves in. It's not going to be a wind threat, but if it does become a tropical depression, all that means is that we have a closed low pressure center with some storms around it, and the winds would be under tropical storm force, so less than 39 miles per hour, and it would not get a name if it does not reach tropical storm status. So the spaghetti plot on this, a lot of congruency over the next 24 hours. This thing's going to move to the west or south of west and head toward the Texas-Mexico border. But after that, on Thursday, this is going to take a sharp north turn, and you see the central to south part of the Texas Gulf Coast could all receive this thing if it does become developed, and then it continues to move to the north on Friday. By that point, we'll be done with the rain from this, but the rain forecast is going to hinge on what path the center takes. So the least amount of rain would be a quicker turn to the north toward Houston on Thursday. The better chance for rain would be a sharper dive to the southwest and then moving in up towards San Antonio. That would give us the better chance for rain. This green shield I have on here, this is kind of how the rain is going to play out. And still could see some rain outside of it, but in general, the north and east side of the storm going to be where the heaviest rains fall. So tomorrow we're going to be within that little fringe area there. It passes us by on Thursday, and by Friday I think the rain is going to be pulling away from us. That's my representation of it. This is how the forecast modeling shows that same scenario. You see it approach the Texas-Mexico border, more rain to the east and north, less rain to the west. This is Wednesday morning. We'll fast forward now to Thursday. You'll see that rain showers do move into the coastal areas, but by far the bigger rains are north and east of the center of this thing. And then by Friday, it lifts up to the north toward Houston, where continued rains will be had, but we're going to be finishing up the rain chances here on Friday. So look for another round of Wednesday, Thursday, scattered rain, mainly near the coast. Less rain Friday, and for the Saturday, Sunday forecast, we're going to drop the rain chances. Not before, though, we see several inches of rain in the central Texas Gulf Coast, less than 1/4 of an inch out in the brush country. So we're going to have a little bit of a dispersion in the rain. And we still have this boom or bust factor depending on how this moves in. I want to unpack this graphic a little bit because it shows the highest probabilities for rainfall ranges. So I think still at this point the best chance is going to be for a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in Corpus Christi. If something changes, that low moves farther west, it's possible that we still get several inches of rain out of this. My takeaways on this thing are, number one, it's a beneficial rain chance through Friday, July the 1st. Some locations could get several inches of rain. And lastly, this is not a wind threat at this point. Again, we're not expecting anything more than a tropical depression. 2 more systems out in the Atlantic. Neither of those are of concern for Texas interests. I don't see those heading our way. We'll get